24yep.com.
Please subscribe.
What's up, boys? In today's video, we're taking a look at my SCX30 Texoma build using no shocks. The no shock thing came from Partying Guy Dave. I 100% stole it from Dave. And instead of shocks, it uses a mixture of foam and rubber bands. If you've never heard of Texoma before, you're sleeping. Texoma is one of the OG SCX24 creators. This is a Texoma kit. As you can see, very, very unique. Not like any of the other kits that we would see. Texoma axles, he made his own axles. It's all 3D printed stuff. And yeah, very, very unique, very talented creator. This is the kit for his SCX30. Actually, let's go outside for the build breakdown. It's really nice out. Okay, here is my Texoma SCX30 kit. This was $100. It came with the chassis, links, knuckles, steering links, and wheel inserts. The chassis is all one piece, which the kit came with two of them here in different materials. So this will be easy to show. So this is all one piece here, like the skid, the sliders, the rails, it's all built in together. And then it also came with this other extra smaller style body. So that's the same chassis as this. It's all one piece. The kit also included the links. You can see here it kind of has the inward bend like his 24 kits for the steering there. And then it also came with the knuckles and the steering link here, which also helped give it more steering. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Let's just start with the wheels and tires. Injora wheels, Injora XHX pin tires. The rear tires completely stock. The front tires, I cut every other row of pins on them to try and get more grip out of the front. And then we're also using the Texoma inner ring piece here. So there's no insert, there's no foam. I have BBs in the rear tire and the front. There's more in the front. More in the front for more weight in the front. And then the Texoma printed inner ring thing. So the inner ring, kind of, if you're looking at it on this direction, it kind of has a U shape the whole way around. Oh, there you can kind of see. I'm pulling the tire tight on the ring, and that's kind of the shape of the ring. And then for the outer part, can you see this? Yeah, you can kind of see. So this outer ring that you can see like sticking up there, that's the Texoma 3D printed piece. And that helps with the like sidewall stability. The tire is super, super, super squishy, but that ring kind of helps with that, and then the U-shape helps the BBs roll around in them. I think the tires here are my favorite part of this build. They just seem so good, and they're so squishy. Electronics, nothing too special. This was just taken from another build. Furetech Micro Komodo. I took this out of a SCX24, and it fit with no problem. Furetech Lizard ESC, nothing special there. FlySky GT5 micro receiver, nothing special there. And then I'm running the stock 30 battery, and it lays on this other slider just like it would in the stock version. Injora servo, I tried to stick with the stock one, but it just wasn't cutting it. It didn't have enough power. And then I have two little tungsten blocks here from Jiu-Jitsu hanging off of the servo. I'm using stock axles front and rear. I didn't really see a reason to change the axles. And the front ones I cut just like a 24 axle. Let me see if I can. So the axle right there, where you can see the axle shaft, I took a chunk out of the axle on the back and the front, and then the upgraded axle shafts there, as you can see. And with doing that, I was able to get more steering. I had gone back and forth with a couple different shock setups, and I just wasn't happy with it. And then Partying Guy Dave messaged me at the perfect timing. He was building his, and he used rubber bands and a piece of foam, and I've been loving this setup. I'm sure it's not perfect, and I'm sure there's like flaws to it, but for me, and just like messing around on this stuff, it's been great. So I have a little band running from the top to the bottom, basically the normal shock mounts. These are both normal shock mounts here. I have a rubber band there, and then I have a piece of tire foam tucked in here. So the foam still allows it to kind of like push down a little bit if it needs to. The bands give it some drop, and then of course it can stretch out and have a lot more depending on like what you're grabbing onto as you drive. The rear is pretty much exactly the same. I have a band going from top to bottom in both of the normal shock mounting spots. And then I have a piece of foam right here wedged in between the links and the chassis kit. And it pretty much works the same as the front. It can move in like whatever direction it needs to. I think I'm at a point where I'm still fine-tuning the rubber band suspension setup. Partying Guy Dave has his a lot more loose than mine is in the front. But based on tests around here, I think this is the sweet spot for me. It seems good. So in today's video, let's take this to the rocks and see what we can do. Shout out Nacho Culture Scales. This is with the battery installed. Battery's laying on this slider, like in the stock spot. 64 front, 163 total. Real quick before we leave, I think right here is a good side-by-side comparison, just of like the skid and the link clearance area. So right here's the Texoma kit. And then here's this one's actually a mixture. This is the stock chassis with orange crawler front links and then Robski rear links. But I just wanted to show like how the two compared as far as like the skid and the link area goes. We're going to also bring along the full Injora build. I think it'll be a neat comparison, not for every line, but if there's a couple crazy lines, I'm going to try and do like the full Injora build right after the Texoma one, and I guess maybe see the difference between the two. My goodness. I don't really have a plan from here. I wasn't thinking we'd get up that. Come on, drop the front end. Sorry, mosquito on my hand. Man, that was a heck of a line. We might get stuck. Actually, let's just try and floor it and see if we can kind of jump this. I am curious. Let's see if we went slow, if we would have been able to get it. I think jumping it actually helped. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try that line with the injora one. Alright boys, final thoughts on this thing. I don't have much to compare it to, but I think it's really good. There is a couple things that I want to change and do a round 2 with it. Injora just came out with these same tires except in a bigger size. So I just ordered those, we'll see how I feel about them. And another thing is, I think I'm going to loosen up the front and try again. Like right here's Partying Guy Dave's with the rubber band front. He has like half a rubber band, so it's just one strand in there. And it's as you can see, super loose front compared to mine here. So that's something else I'm going to play with. And I think I might try a little bit more front weight just for the fun of it. But overall, I'm happy with this. I think it did really well. The 30s are fun. I have a lot of fun with them. I like these. I don't plan on doing a ton of 30 videos. I'll probably do a couple here and there depending on if I have something cool to show or not. But I don't have a problem with the 30s. I think they're fun. They're cool. Something different. And they're still completely usable outside on the rocks like we just saw. For the most part, it seems like they can pretty much do the same lines as a 24. Of course, you can't get too crazy with like big ledges or anything. But for the most part, depending on what the line's like, this being smaller like this, it just kind of makes the line a little bit different, but it's still doable. I think that's all I got for this one. I was a bit unsure how this was going to go, but I think this was a success. I'm happy with how it did. thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I do plan on painting this. I just haven't had like a good idea or theme pop into my head yet. But I do plan on painting it eventually. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace!